In the bustling corridors of ancient feuds and cultural divides, nestled within the folds of a society entrenched in the rigid dynamics of us versus them, lies one tale, a powerful narrative that transcends time and boundaries. It is a story that has echoed through centuries, spoken in hushed tones in places of worship, analyzed in academic circles, and embraced by people seeking a moral compass. Let us delve into the profound layers of the parable of the Good Samaritan. A narrative as old as the hills, yet as fresh as a morning breeze, with lessons that beckon us towards kindness beyond borders. Imagine, if you will, a winding road from Jerusalem to Jericho, a road notorious for its danger, a perfect haunt for bandits. On this road, we find a solitary traveler, a man who falls victim to robbers. Stripped of his clothing, beaten, and left for dead, he lies on the side of the road, abandoned and forsaken. As his moans of agony echo into the surrounding silence, one might question the nature of humanity, the existence of compassion amidst cruelty. Enter the first passerby, a priest, a man of faith, supposedly a beacon of hope in society. Seeing the wounded man, he crosses to the other side. Avoiding the inconvenience, perhaps fearing ritual impurity, or simply blinded by the barriers of indifference. Next comes a Levite, another figure held in high regard, yet he too skirts around the dying man, tethered by the chains of self-interest or societal norms. Now, let us pause for a moment here. Two individuals, both esteemed members of their community, steeped in theological knowledge, yet here they are, faces turned away from the very essence of their teachings. This juxtaposition sets the stage for the unexpected hero of our story. The scene shifts, and along comes a Samaritan, a man from a region scorned by Jews, viewed as an outcast, an outsider. Yet, it is this very Samaritan who stops. He sees the man, bleeding and bruised, and his heart fills with compassion. He does not pause to consider cultural animosities or societal judgments. In that instant, all he sees is another human in dire need. Binding the wounds with oil and wine, lifting the man onto his own donkey, he takes him to an inn. There he tends to him throughout the night, ensuring his comfort and care. Upon departing, he leaves money with the innkeeper, with instructions to care for the man, promising to cover any additional costs upon his return. His actions echo with a simplicity that is profound, kindness enacted without expectation of reward, compassion given with no thought of personal cost. This narrative invites us to reflect not just on the acts of the Samaritan, but on the nature of kindness itself. It challenges us to rethink who our neighbors truly are, not bound by geographical lines or social labels, but defined by our collective humanity. In a world marred by divisions, where echo chambers amplify differences, the Samaritan's actions resonate with a universal truth. Empathy knows no borders. The parable, as told by Jesus, offers layers of insight into the social and religious constructs of the time. It confronts a society that often prioritized ritualistic adherence over genuine compassion. It questions the biases that exist within us, urging us to tear down the barriers within our own hearts and extend a hand across the divides. As we ponder this parable, it invites us to ask ourselves, when have we crossed to the other side of the road? Are there moments where we, too, could choose compassion over convenience? Today, in our interwoven global society, the lesson of the Good Samaritan is more relevant than ever. It is not merely a call to help those who are like us, but a directive to expand our circle of concern to include all those who suffer. In conclusion, the parable of the Good Samaritan beckons us to transcend the limitations of our own perspectives. It reminds us that true neighborliness is not defined by proximity or similarity, but by the courage to act, to heal, and to be there for those in need, regardless of the distances that might separate us. As we move forward in our own journeys, may we carry with us the essence of this powerful tale, striving always to be someone's Good Samaritan, and to cultivate a world where kindness knows no borders.